Hello everyone, and welcome back to week 3 of VDL. We are playing Owlmancer and his team, the Hartford Wailords. Good friend of ours. Yeah, we're off to 2 losses so far in the VDL, so is he. Obviously we have the new Swiss system this season, so that means that we'll play people who are closer in our rankings. So we are playing an opponent who also has suffered 2 losses. Both haven't had great starts to the season, but I do think that obviously one of us has to start the bounce back this game, and I do think we have a solid matchup and a good chance at this. But first of all, let's get into Mr. Owlmancer's team. So first of all, Owl carries that Pelipper, so he is running the rain, which is obviously terrifying. He also possesses... Where am I blanking on his team? Apologies. Very much apologies. Couldn't find it in my spreadsheet. We have the Qian Pao. Let's go back to the start. Qian Pao. First pick of the draft. The most terrifying Pokemon. Questions on legality. This thing is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. He backs it up with an Enamorus. Another very fast offensive threat. A Terrabasculegion, which we already mentioned he has a Pelipper. And being able to have both Basculegion forms and just a super solid Swift Swimmer with any type, it's a crazy mon. Clodsire, which is always nice to have your ground type also have Water Absorb. Our Chaladon, my favorite Pokemon. The line is my mascot. I 100% think he's bringing it just because it's our mascot. Iron Hands, another very scary Pokemon. Obviously the Pelipper for the rain. Toadscruel, second ground type. Also, you know what? A good spinner for the team. It is his main form of removal, alongside his Maushold, which also has the Tidy Up option. And finally, Electrode Hisui, which obviously can be very dangerous, like having access to things like just being able to click Thunder in the rain. While also being able to hit those ground types super effectively with grass moves. Very scary mon. So let's get into what we are bringing to counter this. First of all, we have our Lumberry Quaquaval. We are a very physically offensive set. We are Swords Dance, Triple Axle, Close Combat, Aqua Step. I think that obviously this thing is terrifying in rain. He doesn't want to have rain up and allow me to get those rain boosted Aqua Steps and that speed and potentially kill his team. So I do think that Water Absorb Clodsire is coming this game, and that is why we have the Swords Dance option and we have the Lumberry. I do think that he's going to swap in that Clodsire. If we can swap on the swap, we can get a Swords Dance up, and then we should be able to kill it with Triple Axle. If it does end up being unaware and he goes for a Toxic, which I do think is his main way of just dealing with us, or setting up T-Spikes, or if we get Thunder Wave by something, just helps with all those situations. We have our Lumberry to heal up, so yep, that is the Quacks. That could be a very potentially late game, very deadly sweeper. Does very well into his team. Just like rain boosted Aqua Steps are ridiculous. If he isn't bringing it, the main other check could be Basculegion, but if we can force that thing to Terra earlier on, then we can be in a very solid position. Next up, we have our Colberberry Slowking with Sludge Bomb, Future Sight, Focus Blast, Chilly Reception. Obviously, it's our rain team, and so we want to bring our Slowking to be able to have that Chilly Reception option to chain the weather into our favor, have it be snow, and not allow things like the Basculegion and our Chaladon to like go for free electro shots, be Swift Swim boosted, just get loads of damage off. So yeah, real nice to be able to do that. This is a very solid swap into Pelipper, even if he's like a spec set with max BDF, so we take very little. We have the Cobbleberry to potentially knock off. It also allows us, this should always be our lead, because I do think he's either going to lead Pelipper or he's going to lead Qianpao, predicting our Slowking lead, and that's why we have the Cobbleberry, because even if he's choice banded Qianpao, we always live a crunch with our Cobbleberry and can KO that back with a Focus Blast. If he's not Focus Sash, we kill anything, like even if he's AV he dies. So that's really nice. This is a very late edition. We originally Rocky Helmet to like punish Pelipper U-turns, but I do think this also is really, really strong. And yeah, the entire point of this is to swap it into Pelipper and just go for Chilly Receptions and try and force progress by getting our Snow up and then getting to some more offensive guys. We also have Future Sight, just to be able to put up a Future Sight and force maybe Qianpao in when we can get a favourable swap, because it is his only Dark type, and Sludge Bomb is there just for damage. Next up, we have our Assaultless Tornadus. We're not going as crazy with the Tornadus set this week. We've had a few very rogue sets, and they haven't worked, so we're going back to basics with this one. We are Hurricane. Obviously, we're going to be Hurricane. We can get 100% accurate Hurricanes in that Rain. If Rain is up, we have Focus Blast to hit the Archaludon, which I do think is going to be the main swap in, potentially AV. Knockoff just to get rid of items, is always nice. And then U-turn just to swap around and take advantage of a Regenerator. Without Rain up, I do believe this is the fastest with his outspeeds everything except Electrode on his team, which is always great and can just allow us to do massive damage. This also acts as our like Enamorous swap in because we don't have great ones. And yeah, with the Assault Vest we take damage. We take those hits decently well. Next up we have our Terra Crook. We are Terra Water this week, just allows us to resist hits. We are Intimidate, I believe, yeah, Intimidate Rocky Helmet with EQ, Knockoff, Dragon Tail, Stealth Rock. Rocks look really nice into this team. They're super effective into Enam and Chien-Pao, which don't always want to be boots, and they also hit the Pelipper super effectively, which is always great. And obviously his removal isn't the greatest, being Toedscrawl and Mashhold, so that's always nice. And we obviously are also a very strong swap in if we can get our Terra up into Basculegion and prevent us just losing to like those big wave crashes. But it also acts as a very nice swap into our Archaludon Electro Shots before we Terra. And also, yeah, we could just very much do a lot of things. Iron Hand's kind of finicky because we're either weak to the electric moves or fighting moves, but at the same time I do like it. Rocky Helmet's just there for chip, and then we have Knockoff to get rid of items once again. Earthquake just for big damage, things like Iron Hands. Dragon Tail is there to just force around swaps and make him take more Stealth Rock damage than he wants to, or force in something early that he doesn't want to bring in. And then obviously Stealth Rocks are what we are using to take advantage of Dragon Tail. Next up we have our Choice Scarf Kyurem with Blizzard, Draco, Earth Power, Freeze Drive. This thing looks ridiculous this game. If we can get Snow up, those Blizzards are just like so free. The only resist are Basculegion and Chien-Pao, which both take like 30-40%, which is ridiculous. So yeah, and in addition we have Freeze Dry, which is even freer because it hits the Basculegion super effectively before Terra 2, so it's only the Chien-Pao that's a swap in. And yeah, this is huge, and that thing doesn't want to swap in because it could die to a Draco. We also do carry the Earth Power, specifically for the Archaludon super effective damage, but I don't think we're ever going to be really clicking it. We're just going to be either spamming Blizzards, clicking Freeze Dries, or just dropping Dracos, because his Fairy is Enam, and that thing doesn't want to swap into an Ice type. So yeah, very, very solid set, and I do think this thing is very dangerous this week. And then rounding out the team, we have our Muscle Band Regieleki. Very interesting. Supercell Slam, E-Speed, Explosion, Volt Switch. The entire point of this is that this is just to get rid of something. I did mention earlier that we are a bit scared of our Quaquaval sweeping just because we find our Quaquaval sweeps a bit tough because of Water Clod's presence. This thing is specifically built to deal with that because we are Muscle Band, Super Slam. We're not going to be clicking that while Clod or Toedscrawl is alive. But the entire point is an E-Speed into Explosion can just KO one of those things. It can also do massive damage. I believe we'll EV to always live a Banded Sucker Punch from Chien-Pao as well, and we can explode and potentially kill that too. E-Speed into Explosion on the swap. And then we also have the Volt Switch just to swap around as well, if we need to in a pinch, if we have KO'd the ground types. So yeah, this thing I think in the late game could also be very dangerous, just because obviously we outspeed the whole team and just do a lot of damage. E-speeds are always really nice into things like Chien-Pao Sucker Punches, like avoiding them. And then yeah, we always have that explosion option in the back if we really, really need. So yeah, that is the team for week 3, and I'll see you lot all in the battle. Hello everyone, and welcome back to week 3 of VDL. We're playing Mr. Owlmancer. Very, very fun opponent. Always a great game when we play. Let's see what he brings. We do know he has a Terra Fairy Basculegion, which is the top of the list there. We do see the Iron Hands, the Archaludon, the Enamorous, the Toedscrawl, and we do see the Pelipper. Okay. Very strong brings. We should always be leading the Slowking. Wait. No Chien-Pao? Wait. I'm thinking about the right team, right? There's meant to be a Chien-Pao here. No Chien-Pao, no Clodsire? No Mashhold, no Electrode? Okay, well, Mashhold and Electrode are a bit scary, but yeah, I am shocked. There's no Chien-Pao? Oh my god, my Cobbleberry is useless. That's fine. Maybe we can like use it for a knockoff or something, or a Dark Pulse, who knows. We are just going to lead the lead that we want to lead. It's kind of actually relieving to see no Chien-Pao, because that thing is an absolute monster, and that means we only have to lead one super fast scary guy. Well, 2 still, because Basculegion and Rain is always terrifying, but if we can get rid of Pelipper early, that could be great. Focus Blast is still strong into the Archaludon, because it's probably going to be the main swap into Slowking. But yeah, otherwise, Future Sights are actually pretty solid with no Chiempo to fully absorb them. It's not really our Chaladon here. You can kind of chilly and force that into a bad spot in front of our Torn or Crook. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm intrigued to see what the lead is here. Toadscrew came, so he did bring a spinner. Okay. Interesting. It is Toadscrew lead. Okay. That's perfectly fine with me. Does he even fare me going straight for Sludge Bombs? That is the question. Because we don't know what this thing is. Could be offensive, you never know. If he is max special attack, modest, let's just say, he does 40 to 47.8 with an Earthquake. So my Sludge Bombs, if he has any sort of bulk, do very little. I am just going to click a Chilly Reception, I think, and then Blizzard, because his Blizzard swap-ins are very lacking without Qianpao. I'm just going to Chilly immediately. Interesting. So he goes straight for like a status move. He has to be going for a status move because of Mycelium Might, because we were faster. How much low... Oh yeah, Chilly Reception I guess doesn't have lower priority. I'm just naturally slow. Interesting. I could immediately go into Quaquaval, but he could be faster. It'd be a very scary threat. So he's going for potentially a Spore here. What do I want to choose to get Spored early is the question. Or do I even want to? I could go into you and pop my Lumberry early. Harbor into Toadscrew. He does have the grass move. Let's say Giga Drain. Should never kill. I'm gonna go into my boy. Early here. No water absorb. Okay. He's gonna hit T-Spikes. Okay. Well, this would potentially be my spinner, right? I could go straight for an Aqua Step here, be a bit scary, or just go straight for the triple Axle. Once again, isn't very resisted. I do have Pitahui to absorb the T-Spikes at a later point. I kind of just want to go for a triple Axle here and try and land a KO. I'm going to go for it here. I'm just not going to overplay early on. Unless he's Specs, he shouldn't. If he's Leaf Storm, that would kill me. Now that I think about it, if he is offensive. The fact that he's thinking about it is very scary to me. He might be predicting the rapid spinning, just go Basket Legion hard. Which would actually be really bad. Simmer Downer. It's Iron Hands, okay. Are you Helmet? No. You're just going to take the damage on. Okay. You're not going to show lefties or anything. You took about 30% from my triple Axle. You didn't show me item. You could be a variety of things. Triple Axle. That looks like no bulk Iron Hands potentially. So this thing could be very offensive, which is very scary. The other option is to go Torn here, but that's not great. I don't hate Slow King. That's Cork Drive boosted, which we know he isn't. So you're just standard Assault Vest. I'm gonna go into you to absorb these T-Spikes. I could have just gone for an Aqua Step there, very interesting. We're gonna absorb the T-Spikes. And he's gonna go straight for the Volt Switch. Very fair. Down to 362. So probably isn't Swords Dance. We can probably confirm if he's physical based on that damage. 2 fly. He's gonna come into Pelipper. Why don't I chili here? I do want to confirm that damage. He did 31 with a Volt Switch, which is a damage roll from 0 special attack. So he is physical. Probably Assault Vest if I had to guess. Standard Pelipper set. Could just hit me with a knockoff. Could go for his own U-turn. I'm just going to chill the reception here. He's going to knock off and punch my Cobbleberry. Down to 317. So I took about 45 from a knockoff with my Cobbleberry. And we're going to put up our snow. I mean, that Cobbleberry was only there for the GM power, so I don't really care. Does indeed look like he's not physical. This could be Kyurem spam time. Or even Regieleki, because he didn't bring Claude, which is kind of huge. And just get a pretty free Volt Switch off. He did obviously bring Toad Scroll. I forgot about that. How much do I do with an E-Speed? Should have gone into Kyurem. That was very silly of me. I forgot he had a second ground type. How much are we doing? Into that. With my Reggie. Extreme Speed does about 30%. I could double into my U. Alright, there's no way he stays in, right? I could go boom, but I don't like that play. I think I'm gonna make the double into my Kyurem here. There's no way you stay in a knockoff, right? I mean, I'm obviously faster, so let's see if he does go for the swap. If he knockoffs me, I'm gonna be very sad. My ability went up. He does withdraw, okay. For a minute there for my ability appearing. That was the Toad Scroll, right? Yes! Okay, so if we get that play right, we can freeze dry. There is no resist. We're gonna click freeze dry. I should probably have checked if this kills Toad Scroll before I click that. It should, man. It's 4 times it's refracted. Tell me you don't die, please. Yes, you do. Okay, so down goes Toad Scroll. Great start for us. So Regieleki is opened up massively by that. We're locked into freeze dry, which is fine. He could go Baskia Legion here, which is still scary, but he doesn't have... He wants to get rain up, but he doesn't want to be in front of a freeze drying Kyurem. Could be Archaladon here. If that is Assault Vest. We're gonna see the Iron Hand, which definitely leads me to believe you are indeed Assault Vest. If you are Assault Vest, you take almost no damage from my hits, so that's terrifying. You could go into you and blow up. Or we could go into... But you want to go for a fighting move, right? It's the obvious play is to go for a fighting move. It's not -1. I'm gonna make the safe, go play into Slowking. That is pretty obvious, is the issue I'm having. It's a Drain Punch. Okay, so I make the right call there. And we get to see attack investment for the first time. Down to 348 from full. Do we see item? No, 348. So you did 5. 45 with a Drain Punch. You're not on -1, they're neutral. Is that a roll from max attack? Maybe non-adamant. Like impish. That is a roll from about max attack. If you have the earthquake button, that will hurt me massively. I am just gonna... Do you make that call and swap? I don't know you do. I'm gonna chill the reception out again. He's gonna volt switch, which is fine. I do think your AV max attack, probably like max HP. I could have gone for the future sight, but I'm just gonna... I don't know. Actually, does this fail? Am I being silly? Wait. Maybe I don't know enough about how chilly reception works and this fails. And he knows that. And I should have future sighted. Oh god, no. Please! Don't let this be a revelation turn about future sight. And I don't know how it works. And I just misplayed. Or just go Pelipper and put the rain back up so I don't have to think about it. What is the swap in? That's Pelipper, right? It is. Okay. We're gonna go right back out. I'm sorry, but no rain today. And this time we get to go into you and click a volt switch because Toast Rule is dead. Woo! You have Volt Switch and Drain Punch. I don't think you have Earthquake. I think you have an electric move. You swap. Okay, I'll take Volt Switch damage on something. It is the Iron Hands, which I do want chipped. You did no damage. I'm gonna immediately assume that that is an Assault Vest. Immediately. I'm gonna get an Intimidate off with Crook. And I don't think I need to Terrasilize. I can just go for a knockoff here and get rid of this AV. Into my Crocodile. -1, Drain Punch does under half. I'm gonna throw off an Earthquake here. Okay, what's the swap? I should have knock off maybe and it's Pelipper. Romiette? Who's this? Really solid play there. The sooner I learn what this is though, the better. Scarf, if I Terror into a water type, does 59 to 70. My knockoff will do about 27, and I get rid of a Scarf that I really need to get rid of. The other option is to go straight into Tornadus, who threatens the Weather Ball, and knock off that way. The other option is just to make the safe play and go Slowking Gala. Let's go into Slowking Gala. Earth Power does 38. If he's Modest Scarf, it will never kill with 2. Let's see. Do you Earth Power into a Crook? I don't know if you do. He subs. He's sub. Okay. Sub. Sub lefties. That's manageable. I should still always break this sub. I'm gonna go for a Sludge Bomb here. It's Mystical Fire. Okay. I still break this though, right? At -1 special attack. my crit. I don't think that mattered. I should look at special attack investment based on that play there. You show me sub lefties. I had no damage on me when I came in, so I took how much? 8? 58 from Mystical Fire. Which is not modest. Is it a timid roll? Or like something along those lines. Yep, that is a roll from just max special attack. Oh, I think a chilly reception this time. I'm trying to go for the prediction here. If he just stays in his subs again, yeah, fine. But you will be stuck in a subbing war forever. And if he clicks on the Mystical Fire, then I get out. He does withdraw, so we get the play right. What is it into? How am I getting these Pelipper calls right every time? Yeah, this has been very good performance from Slowking, just keeping its HP online and preventing this rain from ever going up. This is a Kyurem turn, and this is a Blizzard turn, I'm pretty sure. Does Blizzard kill? Do I go for a Draco at this point? That's another question I have to ask myself, because there's no way he's coming in on a ice move. I mean, it hits harder. Probably no, he's not attack invested. If you're max HP, no chip on you. Yeah, no chip on you. Draco does have a roll to kill, but freeze dry will always kill. I'm just gonna click a freeze dry. He's gonna withdraw again. What is the swap in this time? I'm just getting chip. It's the Iron Hands. I'll take chip. Oh, that's so... I'm so sorry to Owl. That did not need to happen. That did not need to happen. That makes my... If there's ever a turn to try and put up a future sight, let's see. He remains frozen solid. I'm so sorry to Owl that this is happening to him right now. I think this is my turn to put up a future sight. He is going to withdraw and we're going to get a future sight up, which is just scary overall. This is the fabled Basket Legion which comes in. There is no rain. I only have to assume this is Swift Swim. Swift. That's all at the bottom. Swift Swim. Wave Crash definitely can kill my Crook. So I need to play around that. I think I go always into my Kyurem, which is in snow, right? It's the last turn of it, but I'm gonna go into Kyurem. if he's banded, he's only doing like 40%. He's gonna double. Okay. Into who? Into Rain Setter. Okay. I'm still gonna apply pressure with my Kyurem here. I'm just gonna go for a freeze dry. The Iron Hands is definitely AV max HP. So is Archaludon not AV potentially? He's just gonna stay in and let this Pelipper die. Okay, I'll take the kill on Pelipper. It severely limits rain. It means if I ever stop rain now. Does he know I'm Scarf Bass? He can just Terror though, that's the problem. Just could be a Wave Crash, which is ridiculous damage in this. Oh no, it's Archaludon. If you're the set I think you are, where you're just max HP of Salt Vest, you 28.4. Draco would kill me. Flash Cannon is also a nice mid ground for him. I'm gonna go into my Slow King, which is my answer. And I have to hope there's no Electro Shot coming out, because I was this close to going Croak. It is Electro Shot. Okay. What is Crook good into anymore? The Frozen U? Intimidating the Basque? It's important into a few things actually. How good is Kyurem? It doesn't... IBC. I should have just stayed in and dealt damage like I wanted to. I can calc this damage, which is important. Electro Shot into my... Slow King, put me down to 393. So you did 93, 96, 100, 246. So you're like specs potentially, maybe. I'm gonna make the Crook double. Let's hope you go for another one. You Dark Pulse, okay. So we know you're not specs. And you get a crit on that Dark Pulse, which is always lovely. I need the damage to put this into range. That is the question. So do I knock off and get rid of this thing's potential assault phase? And yeah, look at this damage. You did 50, 150 with a Dark Pulse. Into my Crocodile, you're at +1 special attack. And it's a crit. You are potentially max special attack. Modest, maybe? I'm gonna go straight for the Earthquake anyway. He is gonna swap out, which is fine, we forced it out. I should have gone into Enam. I mean, for knockoff. That's fine. Yeah, that is a roll from max special attack modest, which is good to know. I think at this point we can go into the Condor, which is Tornadoes, because I'm not seeing other reasons to ever go here. And you are not modest. You go for a superpower, you're contrary, I assume then? 364 from an Enam hit. You do know you are max special attack. So your superpower, sub, earth power. You did what, 64? You're not 0 AV, that's for sure. Does look like you are not minus nature either, so that's all good info. We could go for a knockoff here, but I am just gonna go straight for a hurricane. Get some damage. We need to store these rain turns, because after they're gone, it is the Archaladon that is the swap-in. Okay. We're gonna see a little bit about this bulk, because we know it's max special attack modest. We do see stamina. Okay. Do we see item? Lefties? Okay. Lefties is good to know. We are Assault Vest, so we should hopefully take one of these. So it's modest. Max special attack. If you're 248, you're lefty, so you're not Assault Vest, which is huge info. Leftovers. If you are 248 HP, I should do 25.8 to 30.5 with that hit. You healed up to about 8%, which means you took 26. My Focus Blast has a roll to kill based on my counts. So I'm going to click it. Oh, we barely miss out on the roll. That is annoying. Electro-shot will kill me here, which is fine. Once again, we're just stalling out these turns of rain. I should die here. Yep. Super unfortunate to lose that roll. The rain stops. Words I have wanted to hear for a long time. There is no more rain in this game, and Torn paid the ultimate sacrifice. What's the swap-in of choice? You're max HP, so I can go here and knock off, I believe. No, you are +2 defense, I am certain of that, yes. Knockoff does 12.5. You are below 12.5. I do not care. Get knockoff. Bye. Goodbye, my son. Why do I always have to kill my son in these games? Basky Legion is looking more and more easy to deal with if we Terra Water and get an Intimidate off on it. So, yeah. Maybe that was my turn to Terrasalize, to have my Terra up. Who knows? He still has not Terra Ferried his Basket Legion, which is a threat, and could easily come out right here, right to now. There is no more rain, so that, if he Swift Swim, no, no, no. I don't think he's actually attacked with a Basket Legion yet. He shows me his frozen iron hands. I don't know if this is some sort of sacrifice. Something along those lines, because I could put up rocks here. I'm just gonna Earthquake it. I'm not gonna risk it. He's gonna get a free swap into Enam. That was a good play. Very, very fair. I could have knockoffed and got rid of his lefties, but he heals to full. I'm still not seeing anything that beats down my Slowking, so I'm actually gonna make that play. You show me Mystical Fire, Superpower, so maybe you'll play rough last move. It's a sub, okay. So we're back in this spot. I will Sludge Bomb If it hits into the Basque Legion, that's perfectly fine by me. That's damage. Let's see if the play's made. He goes for the same exact play where he's going to Mystical Fire and I'm going to break his sub. He still has his Iron Hands around, which is chipped. Do I chili again? I don't know if I do this time. I think he goes for another sub, so I'm going to Sludge Bomb once. And if he goes into Iron Hands, that's when I chili. He does make the swap. Okay, so I could have chilied there. Into the Iron Hands, okay. Gonna just chili Reception out. He thaws. And goes for a Volt Switch. Okay. At what point can Kyurem win this game? Now it's definitely going to be the Basque in my opinion. Oh, it's Enam. Okay, so I get to go into my Kyurem and click a Blizzard. Or a Freeze Dry. We're not sure on speed tears, let's just go 248 HP. A little bit of Spit Death, let's go. We know you're not Scarf, so you are Sour. I still have my Scarf intact, yep. Could honestly just go for a Supercell stand here, but I ain't risking that nonsense. You will die to one of these. Do you kill me with a Terra Boss Fairy? That's all I want to know. I'm in snow. If he's banded, he kills me in snow, I'm gonna Blizzard. He withdraws. Okay, he made the play. It's just the sacrifice of Iron Hands. You gonna go back to being frozen? No. I'm just gonna Blizzard again now. Down goes the Iron Hand, so that's big. I am in snow. I don't believe I'm chipped. So you have to be adamant. I don't think you're are you adaptability? Do I think you're adaptability? If I don't think you're adaptability, then I could very easily stay in and click one Blizzard. It's you. Okay. Why you want to die so bad? I'm confused. Huh. Maybe you thought you had enough bulk to live that, or you're trying to stall out snow? No stall on snow. Now I'm going to stay in and click one Blizzard. Because there's always a chance you don't Terrasilize. And if you do Terrasilize, I do 66.4, so yeah. I will learn information about this. I get to die and then Intimidate cycle with my Crook. To win this game, for sure. Okay. Phew. He is going to go for the Terror, so we are going to make the play right. We are going to get... We should, even if he's Adaptability, that's the only way he kills me. If he's Adamant, Banded, Adaptability. But I do think he's Swift Swim because he has Pelipper. Does the 250? We're going to see Scale Shot. Ooh. Okay. Is it loaded die scale shot? Do you still outspeed me? Wait, let me double check. Your defense is lowered. Yo, what, base 78 speed versus base 95? You faster? I'm so confused. What did you just do? You hear me a bunch of times, but you could be loaded dice. I'm gonna click another blizzard. I'm gonna hit the blizzard. I didn't actually see that snow left, but Kyurem's gonna pick up that kill. Huge. GG's to Owl. Interesting set. I wasn't fine with that dying to that scale shot because then I can go into Crook, get the Intim, Terra, and just kill with an EQ most probably, because you probably are running the Terra Blast. But yeah, I am Scarf Kyurem, which I guess he didn't know. You should have known after I outsped on the Enam, unless he's bulky. He could have potentially been bulky. So yeah, GG's to Al. He's a very, very terrifying team. I played very well. I think played around the rain, made sure it wasn't up for majority of the game, and the one time I did let it up, I had to sack something to the Archaldon. So yeah, just doing a million damage to my team. That was a roll as well. I could have gone to 6-0 there if I got that roll. But yeah, GG's to Al. And it's nice to finally get a win. 2 losses, but then a win is always nice to get back into the flow of things. We might make transactions, I'm not sure, because the first 2 weeks has been very limiting, especially Terra Crook. I feel like I brought defensive every week, similar set, because I have to, because of some of the key weaknesses of the team. Like Terra Crook is having to use his Terra Type to fill that in and be defensive. So yeah, we're gonna have to see if we can address that. Maybe we'll make transactions, maybe we won't. Maybe I'm just not playing right with the team. But yeah, anyway, GG's to Al. We get a win. We play Shady next week. That's a game I'm so excited for. I'll see you all next week. Bye bye.